Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm Milena.
Lola.
And today is the day we're watching 4 episodes of, the rest of season 1 of The Bear.
Like literally every day. We have been filming many days this past week because we were pre-filming things. But like we watched 3 episodes of The Bear and that was like for 3 weeks. And it's like there was no logical reason for us to play The Bear. But like every time we started there like, okay, what do we start filming? What do you want to watch? What do you want to watch most of the things? Always the answer was The Bear.
Yeah.
But like there was no reason, there's no logical explanation as to why we should watch The Bear.
Yeah.
But today there is.
Especially I'm especially enjoying The Bear. Maybe our viewing experience is even great because like we take time and put many episodes that are great, like I just think we should do this more often. I'm really enjoying this way because like I know I'm gonna watch, let's say, 4 episodes of The Bear, or the last time I watched 5 episodes of The Hunter. Like it was really nice.
Yeah,
I really like it.
Yeah, because like when you start with watching one show, like you wanna continue it. It's like, I don't know, we watched The Wire. I want to continue The Wire. I want to like go to, let's say, Hunter now. I want to continue The Wire.
I think it's easier, especially easier with the shows like Bear or Hunter, because they're very short and they literally just get you in the episode and the episode ends,
Yeah.
But like unfortunately for Bear we only have 2 seasons.
It's gonna be like done in like 2 more days after this one. That's like gonna be done
2 more days
fast.
of filming.
I'm just really enjoying it. I added episode 3 last night. It made me even more excited to continue. Watch 4 episodes. But I just really enjoy them. I just really enjoy the characters. I really enjoy the dynamic. I really enjoy the environment that they're in. I really enjoy the, like, let's say, mystery with his brother and everything that we're supposed to uncover there. For Carmi's
his
character,
family and in general.
I think it's so good. I just really like it.
Yeah, I rewatching episode 2, I remember, because we watched them in one go,
Yeah.
But like when I edited episode 2, I remember in later episode 3 or 4, I don't know which one, you said something along the lines that you think that like Carmi punched him because this one cheated, let's say.
Oh yeah.
100% think that.
Yeah?
I 100% watching episode 2
because episode 2
again,
was when he called, right?
Yeah, episode 2, and now with having that in mind and watching that scene, that was so clearly that,
Yeah.
that was so clearly and obviously something like that.
Because like her husband seems, when he speaks, like he seems, let's say, apologetic, as if he did something bad. And like if Carmi punched him for doing something, like it could be something like that. Like it makes sense that it would be something like that potentially. And no one likes him, so like he clearly does something.
I don't like him either. Let me just say it
I am
right
with that. I agree. He is not a vibe.
Yeah.
That was the 4th episode when that was like the birthday party and everything where they drugged the kids.
And they finally had time to relax. I like,
that was such a funny
what
scene.
a good moment. He said,
I liked. There's no harm. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be fine. They're
just
gonna
like
sleeping
sleeping on the ground.
Yeah,
but like that's what kids do,
Exactly. Like they run around a lot and they're just like, oh,
yeah,
let's take a nap. So
it's not like us. I would never put my face
on the fucking
Imagine.
dirt.
Imagine
The shock. No, but like it's kids. They're gonna be fine. Yes, that was the 4th episode, but I had the 3rd episode. So like I'm like, that's the continuation of what we're having. I love the 3rd episode. It was so good. Like we had that scene with Sydney and Carmi when they were talking. It was such a healthy conversation about like how he didn't listen to her and how like she wants to like make this place better than any place they worked for before, like for it to make some type of for it to be meaningful. And I really like their conversation, and I really like what they want to do with the place, and I hope that they succeed.
I can't wait to explore and see more of their dynamic. I think I really love their relationship, as many other relationships in the show. It was that episode when also the
4. That was 4, I think, if you want to say the
woman.
Tina.
That
was 4 because like I was editing. I wasn't sure if that was gonna happen in this because like Tina was a bit rude in episode 3. Like she turned the heat up on the on the stove. What Sydney was like making broth, I think maybe. And like she was a bit mean.
But like in episode 4, we had Sydney compliment her food, and we saw how happy that made Tina.
She said, "Thank you, Jeff." I mean, chef.
Yeah, that is so cute. I really waited for that moment. Like I said,
Tina is gonna have such a nice like glow up.
I think so as well. Like I said, I would not mind if she continued calling Jeff like Carmi for a joke, not because she does not respect him again. But like we had that moment with Sydney. I'm very interested to see more of that.
I just Tina and Sydney seem like they have such a, because like in the I was editing that, and so like I paid attention more to that. Like she cut her finger or something or whatever, and then like Tina was let me see this, you know. And I was like, she's caring, you know. She just needs to like you to care. And I think that's
gonna happen. I think again, like I'm gonna love Carmi, and I'm gonna love his relationship with both Ricky and Sydney, I think. But like the thing,
Richie, right?
Richie, I said Ricky.
Like I think we constantly go back and forth between Ricky and Richie. I have to now ask myself, is it Richie or Ricky?
Yeah, but like in the last episode, that he was annoyed when the guy called him Ricky.
Oh no, then he called Rick.
I think Ricky.
Oh, okay.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Oh, you'll see when you edit.
Who cares?
Whatever. He was annoyed that he wasn't called Richie. He was called something like, or maybe Richard even. I don't know.
I mean, his name is Richard.
Yes, but like I think nickname Richie.
Yeah. But like, Again, I think the thing that I'm gonna enjoy the most is the dynamic in the whole crew in the restaurant, and I just can't wait when that moment happens when they gotta get a B. Potentially, or like
the way they function, they immediately have to go to an A, because like A is just like safety and like regulation. You know what I mean?
But like again, I like that moment when they maybe go into profit, let's say, or when somebody compliments their restaurant and the food and say it's getting better. I can't wait for that moment. I think I'm gonna blow my eyes out.
Literally, I like already.
Is it gonna happen today? Is that gonna happen today? Potentially, like a little bit of happiness. Like
that's just gonna be so nice. I love these types of environments.
Me
you
too.
know, I just like that's why I'm very excited about the show. And that's why I always gonna love the show.
Yeah.
Like I knew it. I held on to it. Like I did not watch it for these purposes. I was like, at some point we're gonna react to something that could make us happy. You know what I mean? That could like give us joy.
And then, do you know how she convinced me? She said Bob is there.
Yeah.
Bob is in season 2.
And
Bob from Better Call Saul. That was enough for me. I'm coming. I'm on board. Bob is there. Can't wait. So like I am kind of more excited for season 2. I don't know what to tell you, you know? Imagine in case of carries in one episode. I mean, that's going to be the best episode, but like I wish he would be at least 5 or 3.
I don't know, because like he could be a character just like for one episode.
He could be,
I don't know.
They promoted him.
Oh yeah, but like, did they promote him? They were just like, I don't know, like
he's gonna be
one of the like Twitter accounts. Bob is gonna be in The Bear season 2. I don't think anyone said like this amount of episodes, this important character. I don't know.
I don't know. In my mind, it's like I saw a poster or a picture.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't see. It's like maybe
he has gray hair. I think there. I think I saw something. I don't remember.
Did you see him from maybe Lucky Frank?
Yes, I saw him from something else.
The new show that he's in.
Yes, that's where I saw him. So sad. No.
We're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see. Also,
I'm gonna scream.
Also, the other thing, of course, is the brother and like what is happening there. There's a guy that called Nico that like Richie went and like saw. Still gives off the vibes that like maybe Mike owed Nico some money or something like that. Like that's the vibe that Nico gives off. And like we know that he took money from their like something. Yeah. His father's friend. Yeah. Father's brother, so uncle. Yeah. That Mike took money from him, and like no one knows where that money is. Like it was not put into the restaurant. So like I don't know if he like had some type, like we know that his brother had an addiction, but like
alcoholic addiction.
Yes, alcoholic. So like I don't think he can like the amount of money he like if it was drugs, then like maybe that amount of money could go on like drugs and everything. But like for alcohol, I think he's been
you can on maybe if he
has like a gambling issue.
If he had a gambling issue. Or drugs related, or if he wanted to earn, even if he didn't do drugs, maybe he wanted to earn money from selling drugs or this or that. But like that just doesn't seem like a possibility for me.
At least so far, from what we know, doesn't sound like
it doesn't sound like it. It's more like if he had an addiction. No, I'm not sure. Something like that. Yeah. One or the other. It's just because I guess it's just because like I know he has one addiction. So it's not hard for me to imagine that potentially he went to drugs as well. Course, I mean, we know that he was suicidal. He killed himself. He was depressed, you know? Yeah. So like, I don't know.
I just love that we like in the previous episode, not previous, the third one, because I added it again. Yeah, like, no, I mentioned this.
What is this review of the
third fucking
3?
time? Just because, like, we were talking about, like, you said, oh, he's an addict, and I was like, oh, no, he's an alcoholic. It's like, oh, didn't they say it? Because, like, addict is an alcoholic still, but like the way the two of us speak, like when she mentions addict, I know that she means like that she thought drugs.
Yeah.
But like she's like an addict. But like I was adding that review.
No,
and
yeah,
like,
but like I meant drugs. Immediately I connected it with the fact that he owned money.
Yeah.
So like I immediately, even when he said that he owned money, I thought, oh, drugs.
Yeah.
That moment when the guy said,
"I makes more sense on spending money on drugs than like that amount of alcohol."
No, that's impossible.
You cannot spend that amount
that's
on
impossible.
alcohol. Yeah, that's where we are. That's what happened. Very excited to see what happens next.
Yeah.
So might as well play finally. Hi, girl. So cute. Oh my god, this one wants to be preoccupying. I don't know what that was. Can I see the mail again? So our two like head chefs can't sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my god, girl, are we good? I can't read what it is.
I can't.
Like
they didn't show
sleeping
us.
pills, maybe.
I mean, it doesn't seem sleeping good because she's getting ready for the work.
Maybe anti-anxiety. Something.
Maybe potentially. I don't know.
Road catering. Road catering.
Like it was full of pills.
Oh. Really? Honestly, like when she said it's like that word my dad took me when I was little. I was like, is your dad dead? Like, are you doing this because like your dad loved this place and now he's dead and so but he's fine and well. Oh, this is like a Sydney centered episode.
Nice. Love this for me.
Her.
Yeah, she's so adorable.
She's sunshine. I would cut every finger. Ever.
Right. Check average gets killed at night. Price is too low. Barely covers labor. We need a new dinner menu.
100%. Maybe a play on tongue-in-cheek.
Oxtail?
Or braised beef, maybe short rib, and risotto.
I would prefer that to the tongue.
Man, this book is wild.
Yo.
I like him.
He's adorable.
Sorry, just scissors.
For what?
One side looks like shit. Both sides look like shit here.
Yes, chef.
He's a perfectionist. I feel like he's Richie somehow. Like, I don't know what it is, but like something sounds like a mess.
Scared?
Or did the pipe burst?
Okay.
And I blamed Richie. I would never be able to wash it off myself.
You don't think this is putting at risk for losing a service?
No, this is fine.
Hello! What is good, you fucking applicants? Toilet exploded.
I know, but Lola, blame it at you.
I'm so sorry. It seems like it could have been your ear, you know what I mean?
We're gonna go over that new menu.
I mean, I completely believed you.
Desserts, please. Facts bringing a shop back, okay?
Thanks, Mouth is a shot back.
Oh my god, you're so funny, Richie.
Alright, guys. This is some
Seed those shallots and the garlic to start to caramelize.
Yes.
So we're gonna add a little bit of capers, white wine, let that reduce.
Okay.
Then you got some hot stock. Let that deglaze the bottom of the pan. Spoons of butter. See it's starting to get kind of glossy.
This for the risotto?
It's starting to happen. And do a little bit of pepper, salt.
I'm like careful watching it if I'm gonna make it
literally,
later.
I'm like, could I maybe?
Literally.
Now we're gonna spoon it out. Nice and easy. Take your time. See. Wanna try this?
No, Jeff.
She wants to cry of how good it is.
So good in here. Back and attack! You know Latrina?
Latrina.
When I was a kid,
I get hungry while watching this. Immediately,
Yeah, I know.
I am gonna.
I know.
I'm not stripping the trash.
And I have to order something at some point. Oh my god, he's so
Richie,
funny. He's
you
so
have
adorable.
a child.
I'm trying to fuck you, bro. Dude, it's a human resources offense, dude.
How are you?
You're looking at human resources. Really? Yeah. Carmi says he's down a couple cooks. Do you think that I can apply for that job application?
Oh, I think someone said that he's an actual chef.
Really?
Maybe.
I really love science.
Someone said someone is a chef.
Yo, what time are you home tonight? Should I say bachelorette?
I'm gonna be late. Just watch it without me. But hey, don't ruin that shit again.
I didn't ruin shit. You asked me what happened.
Yeah, and you told me every detail of the whole episode.
Don't.
That's me. Literally.
Okay. You want to take that a little bit darker. You see that brown spot right there? You want to see that everywhere on the bottom. That way, when the stock hits, you scrape up all that. That's gonna get that flavor going. When might you make that food? Christmas. On Mars? She full cycle?
She wasn't calm, but the food was great.
Alright, looks good. 2 more minutes. I got stock.
His mom. Oh yeah, apparently the whole fucking family.
Good start. Be serious. I got heart. What's heart? Heart. I'm nervous, man. I got heart.
You're gonna need brain. Now, do you have any special skills or abilities?
Is he
besides
like
you being a fucking stroke?
interviewing?
Yes, but I don't think it's his call.
Yeah,
So like,
I don't think so.
I'm
It's your call either. I think if Carmi doesn't want you there, you're not there.
I'm a hard worker. I'm a nice guy. I got a great vibe.
Fuck your vibe.
Don't ever fuck my vibe.
I swear to God, I will fuck anything I want to fuck.
You are not being nice. You will not fuck me.
What is this conversation?
What is happening?
How did it escalate to this? Seems like this happened often.
Yeah.
Seems like this is.
Man, oh, are you happy now that you told Mom you fucking stroke? Mommy knows now.
Okay.
I fucking see you, Neil Jeff.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but it's so funny the way that he's selling coke.
He's cute.
He's so
I mean,
cute.
the guy.
Fack, yeah. I can't believe he sold Fack. Marcus is the cutest. Look at him. That's butter. Cocoa.
Cocoa? That's how it's said?
Yeah. You think cacao?
Yeah.
I think cacao is also maybe set. I don't know, cacao.
I don't know. Cocoa?
It's cocoa. I don't know if I'll...
Interesting.
That's your new mummy.
And yeah, I mean, mommy was even harder to understand.
Calm down, boy.
Is it gonna break?
I mean, it doesn't look
Okay,
good.
Just shut the fuck up, narc.
This is not a big deal. Selling coke.
Deal like that, you know? Like, I distribute just little bits here and there when I'm holding, you know,
Out of my restaurant.
out of the alley behind your brother's restaurant to help it.
To help it.
Wasn't my idea, by the way.
And there we go.
There we go.
How the fuck do you think we made it through COVID, huh?
Oh.
Side hustle.
So we're done. We're done with this fucking bullshit, okay?
Oh my god, how is it's
We're done with Nico.
Oh my God, Nico's got nothing to do with this. That's something else.
Swear to God.
Oh, that's something else.
Swear to God.
Blow a fuse, alright?
It's fine. Could have fucking exploded.
okay.
Kitchen.
But the,
Ow.
Up front. Off. Walk in. Kitchen works.
Sausage toast.
Back, how we looking?
Good news or bad news, Carmi?
God, when it rains, it fucking pours, you know?
yeah.
Racks to fix, but I got a connect on a condenser. The connect.
He's getting guy.
We're gonna take everything, just take it outside, alright? Take it
Oh,
outside.
maybe they're gonna make something outside, but I don't know.
Let's go.
And the fucking heat.
Yeah, I don't know.
Meat.
Yeah, can I ask you a favor?
I like barbecue. Like.
Yeah, I saw something like that.
Dude, you're a lifesaver, dude.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Thanks, cousin.
I ain't your cousin.
Nice to see you guys. What's going on?
It's alright. We asked Pete's permission here, right, Pete?
Oh, you asked Pete.
He can't say no.
I also have a lot going on. Did you know I recently had a brother die too?
Dark. That was dark.
Straight up, that was fucking gnarly.
You're such a soft, shitty bitch.
What?
You call Pete because you're too scared to call me? That's weak, bro.
No. I call Pete because every time I call you, you talk a bunch of shit and I can't really get into a fight right
You
now.
only call me when you're freaking out. And since I know you're low on time, here are the bullet points. You only appear when you need something. You never got back to me about the thing. You spent every minute since you've been back in that fucking restaurant, and now you're taking advantage of Pete? Oh, and you know how much I hate Richie being here.
Fine with all that, except I do kind of like Pete now, and
Such a fucking attitude.
I went to the thing.
Yeah.
You went to a meeting? All family?
All family.
Huh.
Yeah, 1 hour to service.
I know the song. What is the song?
There's no more space. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Put them in the pots, cover them, stock it all, okay?
My girl. Seemed like she had like a maybe the things in the boxes, like that was what she was doing before. The catering service.
Oh, son of a bitch!
Is he there just like everything guy?
I think so, yeah. Chef.
Did he
Still building across the street?
did he turn on the fire and then said no gas? Is he insane? Did he just do that?
Hey!
Yes. Look what she did. I mean, they.
Gas line is still down, power's out, so I'll throw our service.
It's good. It's rad, chef.
Thank you.
I'm gonna grab some. I'll give you a hand, alright?
Thanks.
Is someone dealing drugs in the back alley again?
That's what he does, see?
Sisyphus, that's a song. Sisyphus.
Fucked up. I was behind on cakes. Tried to speed it up and I blew the fuse.
Marcus.
Oh.
This job's insane. You know, I could go from chill to unchill in a second, but you gotta stay ahead on your work. That's just that.
I won't make a mistake again.
Boy.
Yeah, you will. But not because you're you, just because shit happens. I started a fryer fire. Night after I won Food and Wine's Best in the Chef, nearly burned the place down. For real. This weird thing happens too. You have this minute where you're watching a fire and you're thinking, if I don't do anything, this place will burn down and all my anxiety will go away.
And then you put the fire on.
And you put the fire out. You want to be a baby for another minute? You're trying to party.
It's funny, Miss.
I love Carmen.
Love them.
I love them all.
Yeah, me too.
Literally.
Me too, me too.
Oh. Oh, someone said kudos to the chef.
$5,500?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but yes, dude, yeah.
Bro,
Bro.
how are we gonna get $5,500 that fast?
They're really broke. Like, they have nothing in the bank. How do they even pay employees?
It's pretty interesting you guys coming to me.
Oh my god, let's deal drugs.
Obviously, you have to think about it.
Idiots.
Save it today.
They're teenagers.
Come on,
I don't.
say Matei, bro.
What the fuck does Matei mean?
Okay. Okay.
Cousin, this is the last time, right?
But see how things spiral, you know what I mean? Like, that's, I'm sure that's how they came
Yeah,
to do this,
exactly.
you know?
I understand.
But like, if we do pick the work off the ground, oh nice, then like, we won't have to resort to this. Same scene as the beginning.
You're great today. Thank you.
Really reminded me of like catering. Just that energy. I don't know.
What was the deal with that? Was it just like the world, or?
Oh jeez. It was a lot of things. Too big, too fast. Wasn't exactly liquid enough for a brick and mortar, and so running it out of my garage was stupid. My credit got destroyed. I mean, my whole shit got rocked. And there's not a night I don't stay up just thinking about what I could have done different. It was the first time I didn't have a complete and utter psychopath behind me, screaming and pushing and yelling, and I thought I wanted that, you know?
Heard, chef.
He's just a sponge for learning. Everything that like someone says, he takes it immediately.
Oh,
Your favorite.
I love raspberries.
Cold breeze. For the menu.
Nice. Nice.
So happy we get to watch more.
3 more episodes.
So happy. Couldn't be happier.
Yes.
This is like, I don't know how anyone stops.
Literally, this
I
is
like
such a
this is
bingeable
like
show.
you watch it in one go. There is no fucking way
Yeah.
to stop.
Literally don't want to talk about it, just watch it.
People could watch it immediately, but we have to talk about it. So like,
We have to make a bit of a break in between the episodes, you know.
to recap what we just saw. You know, we all know what we saw.
Such a nice episode.
I
Everything we
love
said
it.
before still stands.
I
I
just
enjoy all the things that, like
Literally.
I said before, and I enjoyed all of them in this episode.
yeah. It's just a very simple, like, I mean, simple. Everything was falling apart, but I feel like everything is falling apart. So, like, it was a normal day.
Yeah, and I just like loved how I just love how how this show is filmed. That is what I really enjoyed, because just like it brings you in the moment, or it puts you in the moment with them. It's like I can somehow feel what they feel.
Yeah.
You know, with those fast shots.
Yeah,
between the thing.
you feel the stress.
You
like,
feel the stress that, like, I think they feel constantly. Even like constantly hearing those trains as well, who are very loud, you know. Like
I mean, that's how even like the first episode opened up. I like remember that like first
we
5
were
minutes.
shocked what is happening.
I was literally like, I wanted to say things, and I was like, I can't even say anything. I can't breathe. I don't know what's happening. It was like the stress levels were so fucking high. And like they still, you know, put a bit of those scenes in to like remind you of the type of environment they're in and like how stressful it is. Like no one fucking sleeps here. You know what I mean? Like we see. In this episode we saw Sydney also like not sleeping.
One day of their let's say stressful day, would say different day, because they had to go outside, but like that
it's
for
always
them
something.
it's kind of normal day,
like
know?
It's always something happening, you know. And like this day the power went out, and like we had this whole like basically whole day that started with Sydney waking up and going to work, and like by the end she's coming back from work and like going to bed, and it was like a very nice, just a very good episode. And
things happened in the meantime.
And it's like,
and we found out some things in the meantime. You
Yeah.
know, first again we had like you said, the episode also opened up like when she went to work. We also had a conversation with Carmi, and also finished with the conversation with Carmi. And I just love their dynamic. I just adore it.
I just love the way they speak. It somehow seems very normal.
I would say even calming.
Yeah.
Like I have a feeling like when everything is turning to shit, it's like when they like even before they're preparing, but like somehow they're calm. The way they talk to each other is just like calming.
Like it
like I don't know how
like
to explain
both of them just like say things out loud to the other one. Not like for any, but just like to say it, you know. In the third episode, like he told her, you know, I went to an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting because like my brother was drinking. You know, like he says just those things. Like,
but
like very
that's a bit too personal.
Yes, and like she made a joke, which like made it more like hearted and everything. It was like very nice, and like she, you know, she tells him things and he just like listens and he understands. It seems like they can like relate to each other, and be there for each other. I just like I love everything about their relationship. I adore their relationship. Me too. We saw in the beginning there were like boxes next to her that said like, I don't know what it was called, but like catering. So like clearly she was working in that, and she said like the things got kind of overwhelming, like she was working out of the garage and things got like much bigger, and so like she is still living with some type of like regret because like things didn't pan out necessarily that well by the end, because like it became too much, but like that's when she realized that she doesn't want to work in an environment when someone's like shouting at her and making her feel awful, like we saw in the beginning and in the second episode that we like when Carmi was working at that like restaurant, that like guy that was telling him fucking awful, horrifying things. Like she said that she thought that that's the type of environment that she wants to work in, but like she realized when she was like working by herself and not like with someone that's like keeps yelling at her, that like she enjoyed it, and I like that's why she also came to this place and not like went to work in a better restaurant.
I mean, exactly type of restaurant where Carmi worked at.
Yeah.
And we also saw that there was a person there who was yelling at him and pushing all of them.
Yeah, and like you see, like clearly both of them just really are very passionate with what they do. And
that's
like,
what
really,
that's what I really love in the show, because like you don't think about those things, you know.
Yeah.
But like I really love how they showed not just like the two of them, but like Marcus as well, and I think possibly even Tina and the rest, that like there is a reason why they are doing what they are doing, and that they actually love that job and they're very passionate about the job they're doing. And that's something I really like to see, you know.
Like it makes me feel happy. But like for Carmi and for Sydney, they're not sleeping. You know what I mean? Sydney's waking up, she's taking some type of medication as well. I couldn't see what it was exactly.
I mean, it somehow seemed like they didn't really pan on it. Like it took like it was a second and they switched the scene, moved to her face or something. So like I don't think we were supposed to.
Yeah, but like maybe something for anxiety. Like it would make sense.
I would say so
working
as well.
in this environment. I mean, that's like what also Carmi was saying, that like when he was working in that restaurant, and after he won Best New Chef or whatever, the next day he almost burnt the entire place down. And the way that he is saying that he just was looking at that fire and was like thinking, I can just let it burn. I can just let it burn and take away all my anxiety, which again tells you a lot about his mental space and where he is at, which like still he could be, he would be having a lot of like issues just working in the type of environment that he is working in, but like connected to that we also have his background with his family that like just adds to his mental state.
I agree.
And he was just like, I could have let it burn, but then
Marcus said, and then you stopped the fire, and then you stopped the fire.
That was like maybe my favorite scene of the episode. I really enjoy Carmi. I just really enjoy him as a character. I think he's a really good person. And then like when he just speaks, he checks in on his guys. That's
what I love the most, and the way he talks to them is very helping, I would say, to them. Like we had a scene where he just like came to Sydney and asked her, how are you doing, are you okay? And then in that scene with Marcus, he asked him as well if he is fine, if he is okay, if everything's good. And Marcus explained what happened, and he told him like the thing that like Marcus really needed to hear in that moment, and like he makes sure that he's gonna be okay after that, you know. That like, because those are his people, people who work with him, and he really respects him, and that's what I love very much. That when he asked Marcus, and Marcus said and talked about, Marcus said like, I'm never gonna make a mistake like this again. Like he told him, yes you will, but not like because it's you, not because you're bad at what you're doing or something, like it just shit happens. This is the type of job where shit happens. And I would say that's not something that like his previous employee said. Like the guy who was very
yelling,
abusive. And that's something that people need to hear in those types of environment, because it is that type of a job. You know?
It's a very stressful job.
And then he told him his situation, and that made Marcus very like better.
Because like when someone like Carmi, who is like this renowned chef that like got the award,
he even said it after the night after I got
immediately
that.
After the night, I nearly burned down the kitchen. You know, so like things just happen. And like it's fine, and they keep happening again, but you just gotta basically keep it moving. And like it's gonna be fine. I think that like really calmed Marcus down. And we also I just love that. Like I really love. It was such a nice scene. Like even like the small things, like when he comes to Tina and he like calmly says it should go more like, see this color that's here, like that color should be like all over. Like so calming, so just like supportive. You know, that like you feel like you would not have issues with him being like in charge. I just love the way that he approaches each and every single one. Everything. And like with Sydney, I love that it feels like they're working together to like make this place better. Like they're talking about a new menu potentially. Like he he said like that he was reading her fucking
I mean,
book that
basically,
she
he
gave
even
him.
hired her for
Yeah.
that, to help him
Yeah.
with that. But like, I don't think it just feels for Sydney. I think it feels for all of them.
Yeah.
I don't like. Yes, let's say Sydney is organizing this place and is organizing, telling people who is gonna do what. But at the end of the day, it really feels like they all contributed to this, because like there was a moment when I said, look what she did, because she organized the barbecue, whatever,
Yeah.
outside, but they all, you can feel that they all did it together and they all contributed just as much.
Yeah.
And that is what I really love. We also had scenes with Richie and Fack, I think.
So fucking
They
funny.
are ridiculous. It was so funny the way they fought,
I cannot
the way they
believe were,
talk to
grown
each other.
adults.
They grow
Like-
no kids.
Like Richie has a child, you know
No.
what I mean? He has a child. I feel like the child is more grown up than Richie is. Like it's so funny. I can't believe it.
And then, but there was a moment while fighting. It seems like they're very good friends.
Yeah,
But there was
it's like a sibling fight.
Yeah,
you know?
sibling fight, literally. But while they were fighting, they were next to Carmi, and at that moment, Fack told to Carmi how basically like a tattletale, how Rich is selling drugs, which is not a small thing. Like, you know what? Like, I was shocked in that moment he said, because like I thought that was gonna be a shocking revelation, you know, and it was just like, oh,
In a petty moment. This one is doing this. Like,
behind
Mom!
the restaurant, basically. Like, it was ridiculous. And that's how we find out that like they've been dealing, let's say, or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, again, we don't know exactly what happened,
Yeah.
but we can imagine that there's something connecting to that.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
he said
he
like,
wanted to
you know,
save the
whose
restaurant.
idea was it,
Yeah.
technically, and so like implying that Mike is the one that gave the idea,
Yeah.
because like he wanted to save this
the
restaurant, which like makes me curious then, like, what did he spend the money on? Like the money that he took from his uncle, because like it seems like Mike really wanted to keep the restaurant going and like everything, so like what would he spend the money? I mean,
like,
addiction
they
is an
did-
awful thing. Like you
Yeah,
can,
but like they did say at the same time that like how do you think we survived COVID? Which
yeah.
is the because like the restaurant would shut down. Many businesses
I
like
mean,
that
yeah.
would definitely shut down during the time, and they didn't. They survived it.
yeah.
So like that is something that like for what he could have
Spent the money on,
spent
yeah.
the money on.
Yeah, actually.
That is something like all of those things. Now, when we know how restaurant is not working well, and he's trying to
I mean,
save
so
it,
many things
and
like here and everywhere closed
like
down.
now,
after COVID.
yeah, exactly. Like now, it's not like that. It doesn't make sense. Now it makes completely sense what he spent
What he
money
could spend
because
money
like
on,
he
yeah.
even tried with dealing to earn some money.
Yeah.
For, you know, like
Yeah.
so makes sense honestly.
Yeah, but like Nico is still not connected to the drugs. That was interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because like he said like, oh, the Nico part, and Richie was like that has nothing to do with it. So, and like he seemed honest there, but like Nico was looking for Mike. So like I don't know what that is still.
Yeah. I
Like
don't
that is
know.
like they're like clearly building that up to something. Like
Yeah.
it something there happened. I don't know what it was. We're gonna have to find that out. But like again, we got bits and pieces, and like we found out a bit about his mother as well. Like he was talking to Tina. Carmen was talking to Tina, and like I think Tina was there for like, I don't know, was it Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, or something like that. She was over at their place or something like that, if I understood correctly. And like Carmi was asking, was his mom like psycho or something like that?
Okay.
I think that's what he said.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
Tina was like, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So like clearly the whole fucking family dynamic is a lot. I don't know if his mom then is like also the alcoholic. Because like they said like alcoholism in the family and whatever.
Yeah.
And so like it seemed like it was more than just Mike.
Yeah.
So like it could have been his mother as well. Like it seemed like when he mentioned his mother, like he was holding a spoon, and like the spoon was like, it was like sort of how do you call it?
Trembling.
Well, it was not trembling, but just like, you know, when you're like I do this, like I bump my knee when I'm like
Yeah, yeah.
nervous about
I
something.
mean, everybody does.
Yeah, and so like that was just like a
Similar
reaction to him like thinking about his mother, and we know that he hasn't like seen her, hasn't like called her or whatever. And he also like avoids calling his sister, like he called his sister's Pete, yeah. to ask to put the meat in the refrigerator, and like he is avoiding calling her because like
they're gonna get in the fight. That's what he said.
Yeah, because I mean he is trying to avoid facing things, and like she is making him face things. Like she is talking about it, and he's not like necessarily ready to like talk about certain things yet. But like he is, he said like that he is going to the
that he's going to the
meetings, and like she said like all family, I guess, like for family members of the people that are alcoholics, and like she was very happy about that, and she just seems very sweet.
Yeah, honestly, I really think that I'm gonna love their relationship as well very much, because like she wants what's the best for him.
Yeah.
And the second he told her, because that was very important to her, the second he told her that nothing else mattered.
Yeah.
That he called Pete, that he didn't call her, or stuff like that. The stuff they usually fight on,
Yeah.
And she just hugged him. I think that was a beautiful moment, honestly. I think I love their dynamic.
Yeah, I really like him. I just really like her as well. I like this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I like every single one. Fucking Fact, great. Like I love them all.
Yeah,
like they're all just like very lovable characters.
Exactly. So
very different ways, but just like all of them. And then in a group together working to build something, how can you just like not root for that? Like it's the easiest thing in the world, and I adore it.
So that's why I think we should watch the next episode.
I agree. I think
okay,
let's enough.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.